position from which Cody Gakpo wanted to generate sufficient power to beat Flecken in goal, but he couldn't do so, and it's a very comfortable save for the Brentford goalkeeper. Brentford playing out from the back on the right-hand side, and Ruslev does gather. Ruslev has the ball on the right-hand side for Brentford and feeds it down the line. He was looking for Mbuemo. And Costa Tsimikas, has he been penalised? Yes, he has. Free kick for Brentford right on halfway. And he's given Costa Tsimikas a yellow card as well. And the Greek international's been booked, and that's a pretty early time in the game to be given a yellow card. Costa Tsimikas, 7.5 minutes into a game where you're up against Mbuemo. I mean, it is Liverpool who have a player yellow carded first in the game. So, Brentford and Flecken will smash the ball towards the edge of the penalty area. And is that a handball? Yes, it is, but the flag is up anyway for offside. And Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister want to take the free kick quickly, and they do just that. And not from the right pace, though, according to the referee. And Virgil van Dijk tried to slip it down the line, couldn't do so. And now Dominic Szoboszlai does gather, and Szoboszlai to Tsimikas, and Tsimikas goes back to Alisson Becker in goal, and the Brazilian gets the ball out of his feet and will now bring it away to Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz with a flick now to Cody Gakpo, and Cody Gakpo does gather, and Cody Gakpo thought about the run for Dominic Szoboszlai through the centre, didn't quite come off, and now Alexis McAllister will gather and bring it forwards. Alexis McAllister looks left and right and finds Luis Diaz, who is peeled away to the left-hand side. It is Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Now Alexis McAllister infield towards Virgil van Dijk, and Virgil van Dijk to Konate, and Konate is approaching the edge of the penalty area. Trent Alexander-Arnold lets it run for Mo Salah. Mo Salah just outside the area on the right hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold tried to whip it in, I think, for Dominic Szoboszlai, didn't quite come off, and forward now come Brentford, and Mbuemo with a really good touch to go past Virgil van Dijk, and Mbuemo just sliding in field. Virgil van Dijk is back there though with a really important touch, and is that a foul? No, it's not, and the big Dutchman did just about enough in the end. And Virgil van Dijk just screaming at one or two of his teammates as Alexis McAllister brings the ball away. It's a nice open game of Premier League football as Alexis McAllister feeds the ball to Luis Diaz, Argentine to the Colombian on Liverpool's left. Ryan Gravenberch, the Dutchman, now just points a left hand forward, suggesting there should be a bit more movement in front of him. Konate is approaching the edge of the penalty area on the right hand side. Everyone behind the ball though for Brentford, and now Mo Salah's going to have a run here on the right hand side, approaching the edge of the penalty area. Mo Salah just couldn't quite squeeze a way through, and the ball is back with Flecken, who will gather into his arms. And it is Brentford 0, Liverpool 0 in this one. Brentford now have the ball just over the halfway line. An opportunity now for Damsgaard, and Damsgaard switches the play for Mbuemo. Mbuemo with the effort on goal, but that's comfortable for Alisson Becker down the throat of the goalkeeper. But you can tell, I mean, he's such a danger, and Mbuemo and Risa, I mean, they're real live wires, both of them. The way they can both peel to the flanks as well. Here comes Alexis McAllister, though, for Liverpool. And it's gathered now by Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz inside the penalty area, and it's going to be a corner kick for Liverpool, but half a chance that for Luis Diaz. Of course, playing in the central role today, but does like to drift to the left-hand side. And Luis Diaz very nearly testing Flecken in the Brentford goal. Corner kick then for Liverpool. 11 minutes on the clock. It's been a bright opening to the contest from both sides, really in an attacking sense. Third corner kick of the game for Liverpool, and it is Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate who come forward. Costa Tsimikas will take the corner kick left-footed. Tsimikas will take it and raises up a right arm. Costa Tsimikas then sweeps the ball into the box. Not a particularly good corner though, and Dominic Szoboszlai will go all the way back to Ryan Gravenberch, who's deep inside his own half for Liverpool. So Ryan Gravenberch has it, and he goes to Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker, he's comfortably 10 yards outside his penalty area, looking for a bit of movement in front of him. Alisson Becker still has the ball, rolls his studs over it, and Liverpool play out from the back. Back with Alisson Becker again, now just on the edge of his penalty area. Virgil van Dijk to Alisson Becker. Liverpool comfortable in possession, got a Champions League game at home against Lille in midweek. Alisson Becker's going to go long towards Szoboszlai, flicks on the header looking for Luis Diaz, didn't quite come off, and Luis Diaz was there, and Luis Diaz can't believe the decision has gone against him. So 0-0 remains to score, 12.5 minutes played. Brentford 0, Liverpool 0. And Liverpool dominating possession in the game so far, 64% possession. But no goals as yet. Probably the best chance of the game falling for Brentford when Damsgaard couldn't get a touch on it after Røslev fed the ball across the face of goal. Throw in then for Brentford on the right hand side. Norgard will take the throw. Norgard is going to launch it deep into the confines of the penalty area, and Norgard does feed it into the box, and eventually Virgil van Dijk will just sweep it to at least partial safety for Liverpool, but Brentford smash the ball back in, and Virgil van Dijk is there again. So Szoboszlai goes down to Alexis McAllister, who's won his side a free kick, and Virgil van Dijk wants to take it quickly. Virgil van Dijk to Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister back to Virgil van Dijk. And Virgil van Dijk to Costa Tsimikas, who's preferred today instead of Andy Robertson. Has been a problem position for Liverpool, the left-back slot. Andy Robertson, one or two feels as though the legs have gone. And Costa Tsimikas always been viewed as a bit of a deputy really for Andy Robertson, so it's a big nod of approval for Costa Tsimikas today. Konate's going to wedge it forward looking towards Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz gets the header all wrong. In fairness to him, it was a tricky one for Luis Diaz because Konate wedged it into the penalty area, and Luis Diaz just couldn't quite get his bearings right to direct the header on goal. So, the game remains 0-0. Game remains 0-0 as it stands. And it is Brentford who are in possession. A couple of half chances really for either side, but still awaiting a meaningful save in the game. Virgil van Dijk inside his own half. Rolls his studs over the ball. And Virgil van Dijk once again inside the centre circle. Goes to his right hand side and finds Konate. Konate has got options left and options right. And Konate is just going to feed the ball in towards Virgil van Dijk. And Costa Tsimikas goes back in towards Virgil van Dijk, and Virgil van Dijk is, I think, going to roll the ball to his right hand side and finds Konate. And Konate now zips the ball into Mo Salah, and Mo Salah off to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold into Mo Salah. Mo Salah back to Konate, and Liverpool come once again. Trent Alexander-Arnold now has the option of Szoboszlai inside and finds him. It's Dominic Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai just can't quite evade his man. And Brentford now will come forward, and Alisson Becker will get there. And he feeds it to Costa Tsimikas, and Tsimikas goes to Virgil van Dijk, and Virgil van Dijk brings the ball up towards the halfway line. Costa Tsimikas now over halfway for Liverpool finds Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo has the option of Tsimikas on the overlap, and Costas Tsimikas isn't quite going to be able to get there. In fairness, the pass is overcooked from Cody Gakpo. And it is a goal kick for Brentford. You look at the options on the bench for Liverpool. I mean, Darwin Nunez would be an obvious one. Luka Chiesa produced a really good cameo against Accrington. Harvey Elliott, who you believe can make things happen. So, options on the bench, no doubt about that. But it is Brentford 0, Liverpool 0. Plenty of the game still to be played. And it is Brentford on the right-hand side, and it's going to be a throw in which Alexis McAllister will take now to Luis Diaz. Back to Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister has got the option of 2 or 3 inside, and Alexis McAllister will go to his right-hand side, and now finds Kanate. Kanate in towards Dominic Szoboszlai on the right-hand side. Szoboszlai twisting and turning finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold down the line for Mo Salah. Mo Salah to Kanate. Kanate back inside to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk, clever by Alexis McAllister to Ryan Gravenberch, who has a go. It is a really good save from Flecken to palm it wide. Ryan Gravenberch yet to score for Liverpool this season, just unleashing one. Right hand from the goalkeeper Flecken, thwarting the attempt from Ryan Gravenberch. I mean, he really has emerged this season as such a all-round footballer, Ryan Gravenberch, and that's a very, very good save from Flecken to his right-hand side. Corner kick for Liverpool, another corner kick for Liverpool. This one on the left-hand side, and Tsimikas will take it. Well, in fact, it's going to be Alexis McAllister, I think, to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's walked across now to take it. Trent Alexander-Arnold, right-footed, swings it into a half-decent area. Behind it goes for a goal kick. And 18.5 minutes on the clock, and it's Brentford 0, Liverpool 0. So, no goals in this one as yet. And Norgard has possession for Brentford, who will play out from the back on that left-hand side with 19 minutes played. Brentford 0, Liverpool 0 is the score. And Brentford have the ball on that right-hand side, Mbeumo. And Mbeumo cuts in field, and Mbeumo has an effort on goal, which Alisson Becker will gather. And it's a fairly comfortable one in the end for Alisson. Alisson considered launching it out. He does now launch it up towards Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side. Costas Tsimikas will take the throw, and Costas Tsimikas feeds it infield towards Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz tried to squirm away from 1 or 2, and he just about manages to do so. Luis Diaz finds Costas Tsimikas, and Tsimikas to Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister zips it into Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side. Cody Gakpo back into Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister to Ryan Gravenberch, who feeds it to Kanate. Kanate's got Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. He goes alone and launches it over the crossbar. And it's a poor one, that, from Ibrahima Kanate, because did have the option of Trent Alexander-Arnold on his right-hand side. So Brentford have a goal kick with 20 minutes on the clock. Visa now does gather 35 yards from goal, and it is going to be an effort on goal in the end, which is charged down, I think, by Ryan Gravenberch. It was an effort from Yarmolenko. Might come off, did it? Brentford 0, Liverpool 0 is the score. 21.5 minutes on the clock, and Brentford it is who have the ball just outside the penalty area, and they've got a free kick as well. In a good position this for Brentford, because Alexis McAllister was a little bit clumsy, and this is within striking range, I think you could say, just to the left of centre outside the penalty area. There's a few that might fancy this. I mean, Damsgaard, Norgard are over it. Bumo also there. And Alisson Becker's just organising those in front of him. And it's now going to be a free kick then for Brentford. And Buemo, it looks as though he's going to take this to the left of centre. Is this going to be a striker goal, or is it going to be floated into the penalty? It's floated into the penalty, a header over the crossbar, and the game remains 0-0 as we approach the halfway point in the first half. Well, it's been a really interesting opening 23 minutes. Both sides have had a couple of half chances, really, without finding the moments that truly matters in the game. So, Virgil van Dijk smashes the goal kick long. Costa Tsimikas tries to keep it in play, and Tsimikas runs it out of play. Brentford 0, Liverpool 0, the score. Arne Slot doesn't seem particularly pleased with what he's seen in the game so far. It is Konate who is penalised. Konate can't believe it. Free kick for Brentford, which they've taken quickly. And Brentford smash it forwards on the left-hand side. They have the ball just outside the penalty area. And Lewis Potter's twisting in and out. And Lewis Potter against Szoboszlai. Lewis Potter goes all the way backwards, and now Luis Diaz will emerge in possession. Luis Diaz is running down the line and going on the outside, Luis Diaz, but Brentford have bodies back there to alleviate the danger. And Luis Diaz continues the high press, but Brentford are in possession of the ball. Alexis McAllister's trying to help out here, so too Mo Salah. Brentford trying to play themselves out, though, from the back. Konate slides in, Liverpool win the ball back, and Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back inside to Ryan Gravenberch, and Gravenberch to Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister to the left-hand side, and Costa Tsimikas. Tsimikas now trying to find Luis Diaz.